1 minute. If you have a phone you want to put up there, 1 minute. We'll make it work. Morning, everybody. Thanks for coming down this morning. We're going to be announcing the launch of Project Use It, and then after that, we're going to invite Sergeant Jason Roblard up to the podium to address any unrelated issues afterwards. So we'll just ask that we wait at the end, and Jason will come up. We also have our partners from ICBC and the Vancouver Police Foundation on hand to answer any questions related to Project Use It afterwards. So the Vancouver Police Department and its partners at ICBC and the Vancouver Police Foundation have partnered together to help prevent older vehicles from being stolen in the city of Vancouver. Through Project Use It, anyone in Vancouver with a vehicle not equipped with anti-theft technology is eligible to receive a free steering wheel lock. The VPD is committed to reducing property crime in our city. We know the stolen vehicles are not typically being used for commuting. We know that they're typically being used to commit other offenses, not just within the city of Vancouver, but also in our neighboring jurisdictions. The number of vehicles in recent years continues to climb slowly. However, it does continue to climb, and we want to try to put an end to that. Older model Honda Civics and Honda Accords continue to top our charts. Again, this project has been made possible with the assistance of our partners at the Vancouver Police Foundation and ICBC. The free steering wheel locks can be picked up at the free steering wheel locks can be picked up at a number of our community police centers. Those addresses, yeah, sure. The free steering wheel locks can be picked up at a number of our community police centers here in Vancouver. See our website for that list, and I've also sent that out with today's media release. In addition to that, we're going to have volunteers for our community police centers walking around and actually looking for older type vulnerable vehicles. And we're going to try to meet with the registered owners of those vehicles and hand them a voucher that they could easily exchange for a free steering wheel lock. Just to give you an idea of some of the top 10 stolen vehicles in the city of Vancouver, we're looking at pre-2000 Honda Civics, the CRX, the Honda Accord that's around pre-1996, and then Jeep Cherokees that are pre-2000. For a complete list, please visit our website or have a look at today's media release. We've also attached a short video to show the steering wheel locks themselves and where you can pick them up. I'll try to answer any questions you have.
So would you say that older vehicles are more likely to be stolen than perhaps a newer vehicle?
Some of the older vehicles are not equipped with anti-theft technology, so whether that be an immobilizer. We're encouraging anybody who owns a vehicle in the city of Vancouver, especially an older vehicle, have a look. And if your vehicle is not equipped with an immobilizer and anti-theft technology, please visit one of our community police centers. Take advantage of this project to use it. These steering wheel locks are free, and they will go a long way to help preventing your vehicle from being stolen.
So the cars that are normally being stolen that have these locks on them are usually older cars and not necessarily very valuable. Why are people stealing these cars? Why would anyone steal a car that's worth practically nothing?
The majority of these vehicles aren't being stolen. The majority of these vehicles are not being stolen for resale. They're being used to commit other crimes. They're not being used to commute with. Typically, we'll see that a vehicle will be stolen. We'll see a series of break-and-enters. They have been involved in other violent crime as well, and then they get dumped off, and then the cycle starts itself again. We often will find these stolen vehicles dumped with stolen property in them. So we're encouraging people to take advantage of Project Use It, get themselves one of these free steering wheel locks, and use it.
Why do you think that it's increasing? Because there's fewer of these old cars left. So when we see a gradual diminishment diminishing of this, or why is it increasing?
Well, you're seeing a slow increase year after year. When we say there's an increase year after year, these are small numbers. These are within 100 of each other. And with any stats, they go up and down. You ask why we're seeing an increase in these specific vehicles. You're as good as your options. A lot of these vehicles are not equipped with immobilizers, anti-theft technology, and that makes them vulnerable. And unfortunately, we have people out there that will steal these and are looking to do further crime with them. So we're asking to use Project Use It, get a free steering wheel lock from the Vancouver Police Department, and use it.
How effective, if I have a newer car that does have the immobilizer or the new technology, how effective is that? Should I sleep easily at night knowing they're just going to walk past my car?
Even newer cars are vulnerable to theft. We ask people not to leave anything visible in their vehicles. Don't tempt a thief. If you have a anti-theft technology or you have one of these steering wheel locks on there, they're likely going to move on to the next vehicle that's more vulnerable.
Is there a ratio or a comparison you can make between the new and the old technology? Or
I can comfortably say that the majority of the stolen vehicles that we recover do not have anti-theft technology.
We're talking about like 90%, or is there a percentage number?
I don't have a percentage number to share with you at this point. The majority of the top 10 vehicles that we've sent out, they are all older vehicles. They're pre-2006. There's a Ford Ecoline van. They're saying pre-2013. I don't have a reason for that other than it must not have built-in immobilizers. But again, we're asking anyone who feels that they might be vulnerable. If you're visiting our city and you work downtown and you're parking your car in the West End, you're here all the time, and you feel that your vehicle is vulnerable, feel free to go by one of our community police stations and speak to the volunteers, and I'm sure you won't be turned away.
You mentioned the West End. Are there any particular hotspots that people should be aware of, or is it the whole city?
We'd like everyone in the whole city that has a vehicle that does not have anti-theft technology, not just one specific part of the city. We have transit, people can get around. People steal cars and they'll go to different parts of the cities. So with a global statement for all of our citizens, please take advantage of Project Use It, pick up a steering wheel lock and use it.
How much money is being invested into Project Use It?
Is that okay? Through our partners with the Vancouver Police Foundation and ICBC, they provided funding for this. We've purchased over 1,000 anti-theft steering wheel locks. It's about $10,000 each company, and we've come together, so about $20,000. And without that generous funding, this is outside the Vancouver Police normal operating budget. So we're very thankful and to be partnered up with them, and we think this is going to be a big success.
$1,000 total for the whole year, for the whole initiative?
For this beginning of the initiative, if depending on how it's going, we won't rule anything out for the future. But as of right now, we're committed to $20,000. Our community police centers are fully stocked, and we're encouraging people to take advantage of this.
Is there any truth to thieves actually targeting cars with these locks? So they cut the steering wheel, pop the lock off, and then use the bar as a lever to break the steering column locks. Instead of having to carry a pry bar with them, they like to use these to actually use to break that lock.
I've not seen anything that has to do with that. Thieves are as creative as their options, but at this point, I don't have any information that would back that up. Okay, we'll take a quick break, and we'll ask Sergeant Roller to come up and try to address any unrelated answers or questions. Oh. You guys have all seen a picture of it. You have it. You don't need me to do it. Good.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Here to address any other questions you have or any other topics you'd like to discuss. Yes.
So we have a question regarding the Crown Fire, where a car drove through Crown Street from West to King Ed. We're just wondering if you have any updates.
We don't have any updates to provide at this time, but I can read the initial release if you like. Vancouver Police are continuing with an investigation of a single vehicle accident that occurred yesterday afternoon and has claimed the life of a Vancouver man. Just before 3 p.m. yesterday, several witnesses called 911 to report a car westbound on West Kingwood King Edward Avenue drove through Crown Street into a wooded area. The lone occupant of the vehicle died at the scene. Investigators do not believe that another vehicle was involved. There is no further information available at this time, and the investigation is ongoing.
Any evidence to suggest that it was a suicide?
Right now, we're still investigating all the evidence we're trying to collect and trying to piece everything together, so it's currently underway as we speak.
There was a post on Facebook recently from a pub owner on Commercial Drive concerned about gangs of youth, up to 20 at a time, harassing people and businesses in the area, Commercial Drive area. Can you bring us up to speed on the investigation?
Sure. Before we get to that, was there any other questions regarding the collision investigation? Okay, we'll move on to Commercial Drive. So you wanted we're just made aware of this post yesterday, and we looked into it. So far, we haven't been able to confirm any criminal offenses at all, but we are there. We were called twice over the weekend. More loitering type of disturbances from youth in the area. So our patrol officers since then have increased patrols in the area. We've engaged our youth services section. We've also engaged our community police officers. So we're trying to work with the pub owner and the other residents and citizens in that area just to come up with a more of a long-term solution. But right now we're just increasing patrols in the area.
Does this look like it's kids with too much time on their hands, or is this gangs forming, or drugs, or is there a criminal element here, or is it just harassment for the sake of harassing people?
Yeah, so right now we're just looking at circumstances individually. We haven't had any information to believe they're all connected. It is Commercial Drive on the weekend, so it's not abnormal for it to be busy or to have some of these types of calls, harassments, or anything like that. But we can confirm that we did go to the pub there last week, and we are currently working with the pub owner.
Last one, if I can. Are you stepping up street patrols or anything like that, putting officers on, boots on the ground, as they say, or something like that?
Yeah, we definitely are. We have begun to increase patrols during the busy hours of pub hours and in the area and in the surrounding area along the drive. And we've also engaged our youth services section, so detectives from our youth squad are also involved in this, and our community police officers.
What pub was that?
This is Toby's Bar and Grill on Commercial Drive, the 2700 block.
Sorry.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Anyone who's here can feel free to grab us.